Huh, hello all. Is this thing working? Alright, seems to be working. So we've talked about the plastics industry and how it's polluting the planet, just like all the other petrochemical industries around the world. So let's pay attention to more plastic and rubber pollution. You say rubber pollution? Well, let's go over to the board and I'll explain it to you. How far is the board? There's so many reports out right now. Let's just look at another one. A new report by Center for International Environmental Law found that plastic production pollution is massive, much bigger than they ever thought. Plastic, by the way, is made up of So, at current levels of greenhouse gases, plastic will threaten our 1.5 degrees above industrial level target. So, plastic production is to expand worldwide. For example, just here in the U.S., the American Chemistry Council estimated back in 2017 that $164 billion in investment for 260 new petrochemical facilities, but now they have found that the investment has increased 200 billion and there'll be an additional 330 new facilities or old facilities brought up to new facility standards. By 2050, plastic production will be responsible for 13% of the carbon budget for the 1.5C. But plastic is not the only thing that's causing the problem. Let's go look at rubber dust from tires. So, where does all that tire dust go? Well, about 10 to 30% of every tire is lost by turning into very small particles called dust or rubber dust. Each tire, by the time it loses about 30%, it's useless and will blow out by that time. But there was some research done on this, but it's been quite a while, about 2013. Pollution from tire dust causes premature deaths, as is the case from every car on the road. Between tire dust, exhaust, oil dripping from the engine, and brake pads, which you can actually smell if you overuse them, those are quite lethal as well, the pollution from that. So where does the dust end up? The majority of it ends up at the side of the road. These particles are small enough to be inhaled. So here's a graphic example, over-exaggeration, but it's to get the message around. So if you're in traffic and you're going at speed, like 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, tire dust is coming off of every vehicle and going out and going into the vents in your car, which every car has, and it is filling the cab with tire dust, brake dust, exhaust particles, and everything else that comes off of vehicles. So when you're on the road, freeways or highways, whatever you're driving on, you're being exposed to the most air pollution you can be exposed to, or out and about. I mean, you could be inside of a house, which is filled with smoke, which is even more deadly. But tire dust has many, many chemicals in it that we have no idea what they are, because the tire industry does not give up their secrets of what's inside. The same as the plastics industry, the petrochemical industry, bringing good things to life. Premature deaths, heart attacks, lung cancer, kidney cancer, and a whole slew of other problems. The less you drive, the less you'll be exposed to all this stuff. But tire dust eventually ends up in the waterways and deep inside the soil and floating around in the air that you breathe. I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers as we watch the world turn. Or should that say burn?